describe GI football in just one word.
It's a brotherhood. That's the simplest way to put it. It's a brotherhood.
Definitely tough. I think you got to be tough.
It's probably be perseverance. They persevered through a lot. When I actually got the job and got up here in January to do the press conference and meet the kids, I mean, I was just excited. The first time I met them was in the team meeting room, addressed the whole team. You know, I was nervous as all get out. I've never really had to do that as a head coach before, and replacing Coach Tomlin, who'd been here for 20 years, I knew it was going to be a big change for the kids. But I was excited to get in front of them, and then I talked to the senior group too, and just kind of started creating a group chat with them. Told them that, hey, I still have to have my job down in San Antonio, so it's probably going to be a little bit before I get up here, but would love to start building relationships with you. And, you know, that's hard to do via text message and via Zoom. So, but that's kind of what started the ball. Started getting to know the kids, get to know their personalities a little bit via text messages and Zooms and different things like that.
First day he got here, after the press conference, I had weights, and he was up there all snazzy in his suit. He looks so. And I just asked him, like, what was his mission? And it turned out to be the same as Coach T's, building champions for life. So that put a lot of my worries at ease.
I thought that he seemed like a good guy. Like he knew his stuff.
There was kind of a few phases. Then there was a phase where we knew we were going to have Coach Reed, but we'd still never met him, and he was still down in Texas. And there was kind of that phase, and then finally Coach Reed was finally here, and there was kind of that shift. Mat drills, running around, jumping on the mat.
Hudson, what is the first drill? Knee drop, circle!
I mean, my expectations are always high for our kids. I don't care what scenarios you got going on. I expect the most out of them. I'm going to push them and hold them accountable. Obviously, I think we had a lot of talent coming back. We had a lot of promise and a lot of potential to have a really good season.
The intensity was great during mat drills, all that. We looked good.
I think there was more competition in terms like after every lift we would have some sort of tug of war battle or some sort of like 4v4.
3v3 tug of war, and then there's sometimes, I know I got called out by Ethan Legal, one-on-one tug of war, and he won't call me out again, let's just say that. So
Tug of war was the big one, and so that was like an almost everyday thing, and so that was pretty fun.
It can get really hard to get up in the morning and go to work, and I think our kids learned how important that is to show up every day ready to work, regardless of the circumstances or the situation that you're in.
7-on-7 I thought went extremely well this summer. I thought we did a lot of things really, really well. We went up against some good competition. Competition of other teams, and then competitions amongst ourselves too. One verse I really leaned on and wanted to preach to the boys was Proverbs 27:17, which iron sharpens iron as one man sharpens another. So we wanted to make it as hard as possible throughout the off season so that we're sharpening other people, they're sharpening us.
And when we went like on 7-on-7, it was cool to see ourselves go against other teams, see what we could really put out there, and it really made me excited for the season to see what kind of offense we would have, and obviously being part of the defense. It was kind of fun that way.
It definitely was. Knowing it was your last summer with the boys you've been with for 4 years straight, there's times where it's just like, you got to take this moment in. It's like, in the moment, you might hate doing all this conditioning or all the lifting, but you're never going to do it again. And so just trying to take every moment for granted.
I just really wanted to take everything one step at a time. Every moment, enjoy it to the best, and I really wanted to experience the full thing.
Funniest on the team? I don't know. Probably Hudson right now. Strongest on the team, probably Hunter. Hunter for sure. Hunter strong.
Funniest on the team, and funniest looking is Matthew Hernandez.
Yeah. It's Taco Tuesday. Let's get it today.
Best GI player impression. Yeah, I have mine. Okay. I'll do it. I'm the best around. I'm the best we have. I'm the fastest kid that you've ever seen in Nebraska.
Hey, is that me? Is that me? Seth! Yeah! That's Seth or Ron? That's Seth. That is 100%.
We as coaches, we knew it was brutal. We looked at the schedule and we knew that even maybe a couple of the teams that traditionally weren't powerhouses in the state of Nebraska, we caught them when they were good right now. And so we knew there were no easy games for those first 7 weeks. For me as a coach, that's not something I really talk about with the players though. To be quite honest, we're process oriented. Whether we were going to go whatever we were in those first 7 weeks, 7-0, 0-7, or somewhere in between, ultimately we couldn't control the outcome.
Obviously, everybody always talks about the schedule, Kearney, Southeast, Lincoln East, all these playoff teams, but to me, it was just focus on this week and make it to Friday, make it to tomorrow, make it to the next set of 90% squats.
One more, let's go!
Anyways, that was my mission at the start of the season.
You worked 9 months for this moment. This whole team worked 9 months for this moment. And here it all is, 9 months of work.
There's 156 days until Lincoln Southeast comes to Grand Island, Nebraska, and plays the Islanders out there at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. I think we were just ready to hit somebody else because it felt like we were been going at it for so long. Because when I got here in March, it was just kind of day in and day out, do the same things throughout the summer.
Yeah, leading up to week one, I think the energy was really good. Everybody was eager to play. Everybody wanted to get out there after practicing all summer. In the first couple weeks, actual padded practice, so we were all pretty pumped to play.
Everybody had a little bit of an edge to them. Everybody was tired of beating each other up. I knew I was personally excited to really show everybody what we were all about.
You just got to go out there and play like every game was your last game.
I mean, like I'd played varsity the year before, but there was just something about this year was a little different. I think I was more nervous for this year than I was the last year, my first year varsity, just knowing it was my last one and I wanted to make the most out of all of it.
Playing under Friday Night Lights, it doesn't get better than that. So I was just excited for them to be able to go out there and perform and execute. And I was a little bit nervous just because it was mostly just excitement. I mean, there was nerves, but it was mostly just excitement for the kids and hoping that we got them ready to go.
There's nothing like this. The anticipation has been building for months. The weather finally settled down. We have a gorgeous night. We have a great crowd on hand. It is time to kick off the 2024 Islanders football season. We are so glad to have you with us.
Felt really good about the prep going into Southeast. Southeast. I feel like we had a good week of prep and the pregame warm-up and everything leading up to kickoff that night. I felt really good about.
Hey, hut! 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 North side, that's your side. Hut! 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 Let's go!
Aaron, Brady.
It's not about where we're at right now. It's about where we're headed. We have quite a few weeks ahead of us. This is the seniors' last ride. I'm feeling it right now. Really emotional about it.
The code, attitude, effort, discipline, team unity, fundamentals, GI Tough. All right, GI Tough, that's never going to change.
New chapter begins tonight. It's not the first chapter. Y'all been grinding for a long time, right? New chapter, though, starts tonight, week 1. Time to write your legacy. This is what the 2024 season, this is where it starts, seniors. Your last first game. Soak it all in. Take it all in. Take it all in. You're going to have butterflies. Butterflies are a good thing. Embrace them. That means you're doing something you care about with people you care about.
Kicking it off for the Islanders will be Thatcher Kanowitz. Ready to go. It's time to play. Budenback's got some running room off the right side, and he breaks into the open. 20, 10, touchdown, Southeast. Good protection's got a man over the middle all alone. Caught, fouled, got it back. 10, 5, bam! Touchdown, Grand Island.
Obviously, lock in. Then I see the ball go over my head, and J-Dub, nobody in the middle of the field, just him. And then I see it kind of going behind him. I'm like, oh, we missed him, just barely. And then I see it back and come back over his head, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm at a full sprint for 80 yards, ready to go celebrate.
The crazy thing about that catch was it was never supposed to happen, actually. And so I was the signaler, and I was signaling a different play to Gavin Sim of, hey, kill, 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 we're going to run this play. It was a phenomenal catch. It's one of the more impressive catches, especially after you go back and see the video and the pictures of it. The fact that he was able to hang on to that and keep his body balanced and then finish the catch. It was definitely an exciting thing that never should have happened, but sometimes those are the things that work out best in football, is just those mistakes, if you will, that just work out in your favor.
Tickets go on that.
Toss play right side. Wheeler, foot race, trying to get to the corner. Got there! Touchdown, Islanders! Tonight, Southeast was just a little bit better. Southeast gets a win here tonight at Memorial Stadium as they turn back the Islanders by a final score of 35-20.
We were definitely a little disappointed. I mean, we wanted to start with a win, as everyone does, but we knew that like Lincoln Southeast is going to be a playoff team, and we stuck it out with them, and so we wanted to build off of that, and because that was a good first opponent to have, and so build off of a good opponent and to get better from it.
I was a little disappointed that we weren't able to pull away with that one at the end there, but I thought it was okay, and I knew we had Kearney coming the next week.
It means everything. I think it's the game we look forward to every year.
I'm most excited for Kearney week 2. I'm excited for Kearney.
Excited for Kearney game?
I'm most excited for Kearney.
Game are you most excited for? Every single one.
It's versus Kearney. Take that rematch.
It means that much more to everybody, just not even just on the team, but all the supporters and everybody.
So we love playing them. Typically they bring out the best in us and we bring out the best in them, and generally
the next chapter of the tough test comes tonight. We're at Grand Island Memorial Stadium where the Islanders take on the Kearney Bearcats in week 2 of the 2024 season.
The year before, they were the 4 seed and we bounced them out of the playoffs round 1, so a lot of expectations.
I mean, it feels like each play is amplified against Kearney, and there's definitely trash talk between going back and forth.
Final score, Kearney wins it tonight by a final score of 42-0.
We'll watch the film, we'll learn from it, and we'll get ready to go for Lincoln East. Okay? Don't hang your heads low. Do not let this game impact another game.
I mean, I think when you start out 0-2 and you just have to reflect. Obviously, not everything's going right, not everything's going the way you anticipated.
That's in the past. We got to look forward to the future. Like, we still have over half of our season left, and so we can't let a bad start influence the rest of the season.
No matter what the score is, no matter what game we're in, no matter the record, no matter what anything, don't quit.
I told Coach Jones during pregame that even though they were definitely the best team we had played by that point, I still thought we had a chance. That was our best week of practice for sure.
Band of brothers, right? We got 5-6 weeks, make a lot of memories.
I believe in y'all, I trust in y'all, I love y'all. Let's go get one tonight.
Okay,
was tough on me. I mean, everyone's like, oh, the only reason, the reason they're struggling is because of the new coach. I was the guy, and I'll wear all that. But at the end of the day, you can't have your identity in football. Like, in a way, it's good to go through trials and tribulations, because if this football season or if those losses were the worst times of your life, then you have a pretty good life.
Yeah, we were all, the whole team was all super optimistic. Coach Reed made sure, all the coaches made sure that we all understood that playoffs was still in the cards for us. We just had to go out there and execute at the highest level.
Times change. Fortunes change. Islanders football is encountering the challenges of change. We're at Westview High School in Omaha, where the Islanders will take on the Wolverines.
The Westview game, we kind of just, we still got hope. We still can do this. We can still make the playoffs. We just got to finish strong and keep on it as a team together.
As you look forward, they'll have their game against North Star next week in Lincoln. Then they'll close out against Bellevue East and Omaha Northwest. So both of these teams see tonight as a huge opportunity for that second spot out of the district.
Why give up now? Why stop? Keep going. You got through yesterday and the day before that. You can get through today. Keep going, keep working hard, and do it for the guy next to you.
Not many teams after an 0-6, 0-7 start are going to continue to be the same team that they were week one. And I thought we were. I thought our seniors really embraced that idea that, hey, our identity isn't in football, it's who we are every single day. And just because you won yesterday doesn't make you a winner today. And just because you lost yesterday doesn't make you a loser today. And they embraced that, and they made sure that this locker room stayed together, and we still practiced the same, and the standard was still the same, and the seniors just kept pushing forward.
What were some immediate thoughts, knowing that your senior year probably wasn't going to end in the postseason? It was probably going to end after week 9.
I was really sad. I remember it. I kind of just had some tears of frustration going down my face at the end of that game, and I was disappointed that we weren't able to go to playoffs.
Well, I knew that despite our record, once football was over, I knew that if I had given up, that I would just be beating myself up for forever because of that. And so I knew that I didn't want to have any regrets.
Having an attitude of gratefulness and a get-to attitude, you get to play high school football, and that you get to enjoy this time with your brothers that you'll never get back.
We're at Grand Islands Memorial Stadium, where the Islanders will host the Chieftains of Bellevue East in the first of back-to-back home games to close out their campaign.
I think we came out there and set the tone from the get-go.
That ball pops straight up in the air. There's a scramble for it, still a scramble back inside the 15-yard line. And the Islanders come up with the football. Brady Douglas bangs his way up the middle and into the end zone.
How do I call?
Back at the 46, Wheeler bounces it to the outside. He's got some room. Foot race to the corner. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! Islanders, 54-yard score for Nelson Wheeler. Sam looking, he's got a man deep, foot race. Warren in a crowd, got it! Touchdown, Islanders! Here's Nelson Wheeler bouncing to the outside. It's another foot race. 40, 50, he's got a blocker to go, and he will go! Touchdown, Islanders, 79 yards.
Hey, great job tonight. Does that feel good? Yes, sir. It feels good, Jay. This game was a long time coming. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your effort. I'm proud of the way you competed and you practiced this week. Just like I said after the losses, this game doesn't define who you are. You know what I'm saying? Okay? It's nice to win. It's nice to feel that, but this game does not define who you are. 1, 2, 3, fair!
We didn't drop the standard for those last 2 weeks. We just kept working hard like we had been the past 3 years.
All right, seniors, let's split it. All I got for you is live the standard tonight.
Everyone says play every snap like it's your last, and for many of us, that same is true.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty surreal. I mean, that you get told about it growing up, but I remember like getting here early before practice and kind of just sitting in the stands when nobody was out in the field, kind of trying to soak it in.
So honestly, I thought about just going as hard as possible that game and just leaving it all out there because I knew it'd be the last time I ever played football again. So.
Ever since I was a sophomore, I remember being in the soccer locker room with Coach Jones, and series of last is what he always said. And you never think it comes to you, but you know, it was the last Monday, the last Tuesday, and then got to an hour before the game, and you just hope you did enough, and you gave it your all every day.
So, just like everyone said, live the standard and soak it all in. Tonight's all we got.
Enjoy it tonight. Enjoy seeing these faces. We'll never have it again. That's what makes it beautiful.
One down, one to go. Grand Island broke through in a big way last week. Tonight they host Omaha Northwest with a simple goal: finish strong. But Booth with a stiff arm down three. He's heading up the sideline, gets to the 40, 35, 30. What a return by Riker Booth! Slot pass left side, caught by Holling, dances his way down the sideline. He's in there. Touchdown, Islanders. They want Booth to get to the corner. He will. He's in there. Touchdown, Islanders.
Great job. And I think I can echo every single coach, every single player in this program when I say thank you. Thank you for all you've done for this program. For the amazing senior leaders out here that are going to go on and do amazing things in life. Super thankful for each and every one of you. And you left your jersey in a better place. Okay, great job. One, two, three, fair.
At the end of the day, man, it's not about the wins and the losses. One season doesn't define who we are, and those seniors, like, it wasn't a winning season like they hoped, like I hoped, but at the end of the day, I truly felt like they left their jersey in a better place. I thought they were great ancestors, which is something we preached on. I thought those juniors and those sophomores really looked up to those seniors, and those seniors kind of showed them how to battle adversity.
I think being an Islander football player is all about being the best just man, teammate that you can be. The result on Friday night, like for the Islanders, has always been decided well before Friday night. It's decided at 6 a.m. In the winter, in the spring, in the summer. It's decided between 4 and 6:30 on practices each and every day.
The 4 years I had here, I loved, not obviously the conditioning stuff, like looking back on it, it sucked, but looking back on it now, it was like, I'm glad I did it. It was like easily the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but in a good way, because like it made me who I am today, and so I'm thankful for it.
For me, it's almost been my life. I've kind of made a little jock personality around it. Just, I love football. It means everything to me, and I'm grateful to have been a part of such an amazing program.
They're a group of kids that I'm never going to forget. They probably did more for me than I ever did for them. They were my family. They were my family from a very early standpoint, or like very early on. Like my family was over in Albion during the week, and I saw those boys every single day. And sorry, it didn't go how we wanted on Friday nights, but just being able to share the laughs that I did with them, like freaking Aldo and Eric and those goofballs, and Matthew sending me pictures of fish, like when they would like tell me jokes or send me that kind of stuff, like it was usually in moments that I needed it. And this season wasn't easy, but those kids, I wouldn't trade those group of kids for anybody in the country. For those to be my first seniors that I got to coach as a head football coach.
Best memory of high school football. For the worst Wednesday practice of all time, and you're sitting there, you haven't even taken off your cleats. And you're just talking. It's been an hour and a half. And it's just you and your buddies that have suffered for 2.5 hours, getting to laugh and have fun and just talking.
I think earning my starting spot was probably the best thing for me.
My best memory would probably be our first win of the season. That was like a unreal feeling.
It was pretty fun when we went to the Y. That was pretty fun, but honestly, just like Saturday mornings, I really enjoyed Saturday mornings with my brothers. Donuts, chocolate milk, we all get to mess around in the morning.
In our reserve game, we played Northwest High School, so just guys down the road. And I got the ball on an outside zone running up the sideline, and I ran through about 3 of them, I think. And that was my favorite memory, was just to dog on those guys from the other side of town. Yeah.
Are there any kind of final words that you have to not only just the team, but the community of GI football?
I just say thank you for all the support.
Thank you for all you've done, everybody, all the supporters, and all the coaches and all my teammates.
I'm just grateful that they'd always come out to support us. I'd always look over in these stands, and they're pretty packed.
Thank you for persevering with us, even though we had not the greatest season, but you always made it a surreal feeling when I would walk out there and I would see the stands packed.
I'd definitely say thank you to the community. I mean, our games, no matter our record, our games are always packed, and we always had food and everything we needed.
I can't list everybody, but just the Douglas family, the Williams family, what they've done for me and my family, the Alexander family, to be able to make this transition easier, for all the kind text messages and phone calls and words after games, because it is just a football game. It's just high school football, and there's going to be a lot bigger things in life than just this. But for me in particular, with this being my job, it's a little bit more than that. And for me and my family, moving 13 hours, coming back here, and me and my wife and my daughter being separated, like it was hard. And for them to just be able to embrace me and ask, hey, what can we do to help? Seniors go out and live the core values, whether or not those core values were honor, courage, commitment, loyalty, or those core values were sweep the shed, pass the ball, sacrifice, embrace expectations, write your legacy, aim for the highest cloud. Whatever your core values are, whatever we taught you, make sure you live that out. Football will always mean a lot to me. It will hold a special place in my heart. I'll always be checking in on them after my games on Friday nights to see how the Islanders did. And GI football and this community is it was an honor of a lifetime to be a part of it.